Good evening, everyone. This is Victor Ruiz. I'm from Getting Healthy Today. Tonight I wanted to do a special live broadcast entitled Fatherhood. My life has changed for the better, being that Father's Day is up and coming next month, and we just had Mother's Day. I hope everyone had a great Mother's Day who was out there. I had a great Mother's Day with my wife, and it was not too bad. I mean, I lost my mom, so that was the other bad part, but other than that, you know, it was a good Mother's Day. I hope everybody had a great one. So tonight I want to talk about fatherhood. And I was thinking about this because they were joking around with Derek Jeter, and it reminded me about when I became a father, how excited I was, but I was also very nervous. And they basically told him he doesn't know what he's getting into. But if you're a father out there that's going to have a child soon and up and coming, don't listen to everyone, because when you have your child, it's going to be an amazing situation. Now, I was lucky enough and fortunate enough, because I don't think my father had this opportunity when my sister and brother and myself were born. I got to cut the umbilical cord of both my children. The doctor allowed me to do it, and I did it. An amazing situation. I can't even begin to put words. It's such a wonderful experience, probably the best experience you could ever have. You know, there's two decisions that I've made in my life. One is to marry the love of my life, Lisa. That's been one of the best decisions I made. And the second was to say, hey, let's have children. So, obviously, I have two girls. I have a 19-year-old and a 14-year-old. Can't thank God enough for giving me two wonderful children and a wonderful wife, of course. But fatherhood, you know, it's such a great experience because, you know, it challenges you in so many different ways. It challenges your values. It challenges you as a person. You have to make a tremendous amount of sacrifice. You have to teach your kids all kinds of things that you might have not been able to do correctly when you were a kid, and you're trying to make sure that your kid doesn't do the same. So one of the things I could say is some of my anxieties, I didn't want my children to experience the same problems I did. And then, of course, my father came in and said, Victor, it's okay. If they make a mistake too, it's okay. It happens. So, you know, if you allow your kids to just grow on their own, it's probably the best thing to do. So if you're a father out there, don't try to do everything for your kid. And, you know, if they need to explore as they get older, you know, they're going to explore it. The hardest thing is to let go. So when my children became teenagers, for me to let go, it was very hard. I was extremely protective, or I was worried so much that I wouldn't want to let them go, so to speak. But you have to let them go so that they can become independent. But, you know, I did the night feedings. So guys, if you are a night owl, you should be the one that does the night feedings. Women need to sleep, so your wife would definitely love it if you take over at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock so they can go to bed too. Definitely do that. Feedings were probably one of my favorite times as a father. I love feeding my children. It was fun, having them, holding them, and feeding them. You know, crying was difficult. Even the diapers I thought would be bad, but they weren't bad at all. Diapers weren't as bad as I thought they would be. I thought I would hate them. It actually didn't bother me as much. But the crying was difficult. There were times that, you know, crying and trying to, you know, make sure your kid is quiet, for that they're soothed, they're happy. And that was the difficult part, trying to help them become less and less problematic with their issues. So, you know, it's definitely a strain. It's definitely a stressor. But you know what? I do it all over again. I probably do some things differently. Probably plan things a little bit differently in certain situations. I can't remember exactly, but there were times where I could have done better in some fatherhood stuff. But overall, you know, it's such a great experience because it's such a blessing. Seeing the best thing is the involvement, seeing your children grow from baby all the way up to like their teenage years. I look back and I want those years back. So hopefully those of you who are newly fathers or fathers right now and you have young children, definitely cherish those moments, because those moments go in a blink of an instant. So every time you have a chance to be with your children, make sure you make time for them. Time is so important. And you know, time is never gotten back. You know, money is gotten back, but time is never gotten back. It's something that I look back and I wished I was still watching my children play sports or or crawl or do something like that as I see other people have children. In the moment, you may say, oh my God, it's so much work, but you kind of miss that because time goes on and they become less and less. They come farther apart from you as they get older. They don't want to know you. I'm sure you out there know that. Your children, as they get older in the teenage years, they don't want anything to do with you. And then later on, they come back. So if I lose my daughters, they come back. They'll probably want, something from me down the road. But no, I always try to look for times on the weekends or any time that I have to be able to be with them. I try to take them out. I try to go out with them and, have special times with them. So because I do know that there is going to be coming time where they're going to leave the home, and then you have the empty nest syndrome, which they talk about. And I could see what they're talking about because I'm older now. I could see when they were talking about the empty nest syndrome. It's definitely something that happens, and it's definitely a weird phenomenon because there are times when my kids are not home, and I guess I'm used to the chaos or I'm used to the drama, or the things that happen, and when they're not home, it's kind of weird. So the silence is kind of really difficult to deal with. So, but I have to say my life has changed for the better. I think I've been a better person from it. It's challenged, like I said before, it's challenged me in ways that I never thought it would, and it's made me grow and appreciate life on such a deeper level, which is hard to describe. I guess you have to be there to see what I'm talking about. But once you get there, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's just a magical experience. I would, if I could have another child again, we would get another one right now. That's how exciting it is. It's just a blessing, It's definitely a gift from God that you have children that are healthy, and you wish that for everybody out there. And so, I am very blessed, and I'm always thankful to God for providing me such a wonderful family. And it does so much for your soul that it just makes you feel better about yourself, and it allows you to forget yourself for a little bit and give of yourself to others. That's what I love being a father, the fact that I give my experiences to my children, whether they listen to me or not. I love giving that information out and sharing my life experiences with my children, and then seeing how they experience their life. Now, right now, my daughter's going to be going to Washington, D.C. with her school, and that's exciting, but also it's a little scary. She's never been alone out there, but she's going to be with chaperones and all that stuff. But it's going to be a cool experience for her going to Washington, D.C. I've never been to Washington, D.C., so that's an amazing experience. She'll have fun with her friends and socialize with other kids from other schools throughout the country that show up and visit the Washington, D.C. area. So there's so many things that are happening. She's going to have a dance come up. So all these things, like I said, they come so fast and so suddenly that you got to make sure you make time and capture the moment. So take a lot of pictures when they're a baby and as they grow older. So don't forget to take a lot of pictures and a lot of videos, those fathers that are out there. So happy Father's Day early to all the men out there. And those of you who are thinking or on the fence about having a child, think towards it, because it definitely does good for your soul, guys. It really does make you a better person. It really changes you in many different ways, multifaceted ways. All right, I hope everybody enjoyed this broadcast. And happy Father's Day ahead of schedule. And I hope everybody has a wonderful week. Take care. Bye. Oh, feel free to like and share and comment below. Let me know what you think about fatherhood, and give me a great father experience that you might have had with your father or as a father right now at present. All right? Take care. Bye.